In this situation, we're on a service call where we diagnosed a burnt fan motor on a system that's over 10 years old. Once we diagnose the problem, we first write out our customer's options. Second, ask the customer to come out to the machine and show the customer the broken part. And third, we'll show the customer the options page while saying, "Mr. Smith, to fix this, you have a couple of options. First, here's the retail price. Then we add the trip charge and the total will come to $458. Now, many of our customers get a discount because they've invested in a maintenance agreement. If you choose to do that, the price would only be $389. When you add the $189 for the agreement, the total will be $587. What you get with that agreement is 2 one-hour tune-ups a year where the tech comes and lubricates, does a series of diagnostics and makes adjustments to make sure the system's running safely and efficiently. Second, you go on a priority list. What that means is if there's a breakdown and you call that morning when we get 100 calls before lunch, you would go to the front of the line. And you also get a 15% discount on all the other repair work that you might need to have done in that time frame. If you decide to invest in the agreement, you would get the discount today. So it would be an additional $129 instead of the normal $189. Any questions on any of this so far? Okay. If you want, I'll go out, get you cooling. It'll take about a half an hour, and when I come back in, you can let me know which one of these prices you'd like to pay. Fair enough? Mr. Smith, there's some other information that you probably want to get into. Would it be okay if I take a minute and go over a couple of things? Okay. Now, your system is 13 years old, and according to Consumer Reports, these systems last about 10 to 15 years. Also, your system is operating at about 10 SEER. Now, SEER is just a measure of efficiency, kind of like miles per gallon. That means over the next 5 years, this system will cost you about $9,900 to operate. Systems that we typically install today operate at about 16 SEER, which would cost about $6,300 to operate. That difference of $3,652 we refer to as a utility overpayment. Now, $3,600 is a large part of what a new system would cost. If you'd like, we can arrange to go over some options on new equipment, or if you prefer, like I said before, I can have you up and running in about a half an hour. What do you want me to do? Now, at this juncture, whatever the customer wants, we need to be prepared to do it with enthusiasm, because whatever the choice, it's the right choice. It is key to the success of the business relationship to remember that it is not the technician's objective to get the customer to pursue new equipment. It's the tech's job to provide accurate disclosure information so the customer can make an informed decision. That's all. When this is done properly, the sales process goes very smoothly because the customer is in pursuit of that new equipment instead of on the fence because the tech sold him on the idea of replacing a system. And that's how a company becomes the dominant HVAC contractor in its marketplace.